their objectives, their networks could be very vast. A lot of them we know struggle with focus because they have strong B2B networks. It becomes really powerful for them to engage a coach to really identifying who they are, what they're passionate about, and how they can leverage the tools that we've equipped you with, from the Learning Alliance site to the CBI to the IE, the CDS. So remember the key points, that the objective is get them open to learn. That may mean that you call the shots as you focus on who they are, because it may be worth giving 2 or 3 coaching sessions away in exchange for a personal referral to their business, because again, they may have 400 or 500 business owners who are desperately struggling for clarity in their business. And so we call them, in the sales industry, we call that the lost leader. So go in there with being mindful of your learning, to pursue the passion, inspire the learning. Be aware of these individuals you're going to get access to. Be attuned to their needs and what it can do for your business. And then Barbara will also take you through the alternative path, because if they as a network themselves are struggling to find their own voice in terms of being a B2B connector, it's a wonderful opportunity for a very simple 3-4 session coaching contract. Barbara will walk you through building the map and inspiring a purpose and demonstrating the value in a 30-minute exercise focused on that, really focused on the vision statement and feeding it back to them using the map and fixing the price to say, let's move forward. And so she'll be talking to you through all those step-by-step processes. Kathleen, I know you worked with us in the past on the testimonial. The thing I want to stress the most is we have a lot of leads, but we're not just going to give them to anybody. We're going to provide those leads to those coaches who demonstrate that they are going to apply the engaging process that Barbara taught last month. And so as you achieve success, whether it is nothing more than a map that agrees to 3 sessions, to working with a business networker, to earn a personal referral to their entire network of 200 or 300 businesses, whether it's even closing a deal for 2 or 3 coaching, whatever success you get, be sure to use the reflective brief process and put together a testimony and talk about your success so we can really feature that. And the sooner you make a dynamic first step, keep Barbara posted, because the board will then allocate you to get more and more leads. We've got a lot of them, but we're going to be really selective in who we're allowing access to engaging those leads, and we want you busy. So like I said, exciting things going on with the CBS interviews with the Writing for Right program. We had an extremely different and very thought-provoking 3-day conference here in Seattle the other week. We over doubled participation from the June conference just in the Seattle market. A lot of energy is starting to build. Barbara and I are scheduled to meet with the CEOs of HRCI, and we're forging partnerships, looking to really help lift the coaching profession with HRCI and SHRM's assistance. Keep in mind, there's over 500,000 hiring professionals represented by those 2 institutions, over 35 years of trusted reputation. They alone control over $250 million related to nothing more than certification. So they are very large entities, and they're very intrigued seeing what we're doing, especially as it relates to the ground level, to the vets, to the coaches, to the business networkers, and innovating and being patient and making things happen. And So I think you're going to have, I mean, you got an opportunity tonight to work in a small team and get a very focused step-by-step process with the individual who literally wrote the only independently accredited book on being a master of coaching. And that's definitely gained a lot of attraction, and I wish I could be on all night with you, but I think you guys are going to turn around. And as soon as you are confident that you understand how to use LinkedIn, because you do need to go through LinkedIn in order to engage these leads, Barbara will take you through that process. And as soon as you feel confident and you're compelled to start moving forward, then I'll have the board start releasing you the leads that you're looking for, so you can get going. With that, are there any questions I can address before I sign off for the night?
I don't have any.
Paul, just again, we haven't spent the time with Barbara yet, but essentially what you're saying is this program will be effectuated as soon as we are comfortable with the process. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We gave you a good theoretical foundation of learning last month. Mm-hmm. Barbara's going to work with you on the very specific process, and if there's time this evening, I'm sure we'll get into some role playing, help you overcome objections. You know, we all know how it is, right? As mm-hmm. coaches, people will give us 80 excuses for why they don't want to make the choice to ask for help to achieving great things. So she's going to, she'll work you through clarifying that process tonight.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, if you still need some time, that's fine. Like I said, we're amassing. Last month when we kicked this off, we had 3,000 leads. We're over 5,000. We've got plenty of leads, and we intend to keep getting more of them. And we're just doing very subtle branding, so that way you deploy a tested process to engage people. Somebody said it really well in Seattle this weekend. He said, the coaching program, the course, the certification experience, it was all interesting. It was great. He goes, but his single focus was, and the exact words he said is to hear that vision statement given back to me was the most profound experience of my life. And that's powerful. Like I said, Barbara, she literally wrote the book on how to do that. And to have somebody who admitted that he had seen the marketing, he had thought about it for years, finally compelled to say, okay, I like the direction this has gone. They're independently accredited. And he made the choice to move forward. And he's joined our CPL. He's spearheading a Blue Ribbon Commission, actually with the ICF. And to hear those words, that of all of it, is the most profound experience in his life. I think that's powerful. And you want to, Barbara's going to work with you on a simple step-by-step process, because it is a process. But just keep in mind, in these 15 to 30 minutes is your opportunity to hear somebody, hear that what we talked about in Seattle was that invisible truth to who they are. And you're going to help them, start to feel that somebody actually knows them for who they know themselves to be, but they don't feel others necessarily know about them. And that is the power of the coaching methodology you've been trained in and certified in. And it doesn't take hours. It doesn't take weeks. It's the initial vision statement and delivering it back to them the way you've been trained. And we're just going to do that, by putting it to paper. And I think you guys, when you're ready, you're gonna get busy. And like I said, it's we've committed to 10 leads for everybody, but what I'm committing to is the board's willing to, we're going to, get passionate about it and get busy, and we'll just keep sending leads. Because leads are leads. Sometimes they take a while to cultivate. But we want to get you guys moving the direction you want to move, as soon as you're ready to move with that speed of innovation.
Awesome.
Just another question. Will we continue to have the CVI and the IE available to us?
Yeah. You've got plenty of access there. The IE, you be sparing, don't, engage people. Tools are important, but you want to deploy the tools at the right time. You've got the SLA membership, and Barb is working with some ideas and teams on expanding the free access, so there's a little bit more for them. So that way we're not digging too much into, but we like I said, as long as we're selective on who we're authorizing leads to, because they're demonstrating that passion and commitment, Taylor Protocols is all right with people, exceeding their limits, and so we've got the barriers removed there. We do have an alternate link we can provide to get up to 15 seats for the IE. So it's first things first, plenty of access to tools. Tools are just part of it. So the truth is going to come into getting people on the phone, getting them passionate about talking about the big things they're wanting to do, helping connect business and make great things happen, and then you giving them back that information on a map to compel them to, like I said, either hire you as a coach or to refer you, to after a few coaching sessions to their network, because some of these people will be doing very well, and if they're not, as Barb and I know, in a lot of our negotiations, if they're not in a pinch, they may not be compelled to move quickly, and that's okay. Remember, we talked about the speed of reaching people, but also the speed of patience. And you just learn from her tonight, go through some role playing, crystallize the process, don't worry about not having enough access to tools. And the board's kind of thoughts and talking with Taylor Protocols is we're less interested in worrying about charging you $100 here, $200 there for more tools. We're more interested in throwing our weight behind those that are going to make great things happen. And it's just like I said, enjoy tonight, be real with it, because it's the sooner you're confident and you get out there and you just start making it happen, it's don't worry about the barriers. That's where we're here to help keep those free and clear for you.
Okay. All right. Well, there's five here now. James is not quite hooked up yet, but James is here. Jocelyn, Julius, Kathleen, and May, just so everybody knows who's here. And I'll unmute James so he can join the combo. Welcome, James.
Good evening. Sorry I'm late.
It's quite all right. We're just getting started. So Paul has been here explaining what's in front of us for the next couple of weeks. And I'll just summarize it, and then if you have any questions, you can ask him before he jumps off. We are going to be covering tonight. We're going to, we can take a quick look at the website and review what is available to you to use as tools to connect with people. We're going to do some role playing if you want. And actually what I want to find out from you, the 5 of you, is what you feel is you most need. So if you could kind of think about that for a minute and let me know what you most need right now for you to actually be able to start reaching out and connecting with people. I'd like to get that resolved tonight too. So because next week we're going to be handing out leads for you all and doing some role playing, and then hand out leads for you all to go and connect with. So yeah, any questions before Paul goes then?
Nope, I'm ready to go.
All right, anybody else?
Good.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Paul.
You bet. You guys enjoy the call, and like I said, really zero in on the step-by-step process, because this is there is a very specific step-by-step course of action to leveraging LinkedIn, to connecting with these individuals who can either, yes, be great coaching clients, but in as much as they can connect you to some businesses that could have great, even more lucrative opportunities. So be patient with it, be focused with it, and how she lays out the process for leveraging LinkedIn. Because the one thing I want to assure you is if you don't use the process, you're going to you will hit barriers that we cannot help free up. And so Barbara will explain the why the the having the LinkedIn, leveraging the LinkedIn process. There's a reason for it, and just zero in on that. Get comfortable, and if you're not ready next week, no worries, because like I said, we got over 5,000 leads. We're not going to just hand them out to anybody. We'll get you 10, and you can test the waters, and then we'll have some more teach to learn sessions and things like that in December. But I think if you guys just grab hold and really zero in on what Barbara lays out on the step-by-step process, I think you're going to take these 10 things, and Kathleen, you're going to have a great case study about how you closed 8 coaching contracts in a day. It's
Thank you for the vision. Thank you.
I see it happening. So, but you guys, you have an enjoyable evening with Barbara.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right. So since there's 5 of you here tonight, which is really great. It just gives us a chance to do some intimate stuff and some one-on-one stuff, and some, just really be thorough, because we have 2 hours, and if I get through everything that you need sooner, hey, great. But if not, then let's take advantage of our time together. I see a question here. Let me see. Okay. From Julius. I have not yet submitted the assignments as part of the course because I received a late response from my 2 selected CDIs. Yes, of course you're still in the program. Julius, it goes through December. Just so you know, we have these next couple of, this week and next week, and then it's Thanksgiving, so that's off. But then there's 3 weeks before Christmas, and we plan to have classes then too. And I'm going to ask for a pause here. If I'm going to go get the dog that's barking outside. But if you could go ahead and think what it is that you feel is in your way, and I want to hear what's getting in the way of you and connecting with the client, and I want to fill the gap, so be able to answer that for me in a moment. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with James. I know you're the last, since you were the last one here, let's just go with May. May, do you want to let me know what is getting in the way for you for speaking to people and letting them know what you do, and then offering them your coaching? What is getting in the way?
I think it's basically what you're going to go over with us tonight, just giving us a process for LinkedIn as far as, how to approach them.
Okay, so it's it's the approach, okay.
Yeah.
How to approach, okay. Okay, great. So if you had a process to approach somebody, you'd be great. Okay, thank you. Okay, the next one would be Kathleen. Do you want to tell me what are you needing? Where's the gap for you?
Well, obviously I'm anxious to hear the step-by-step process that Paul has referenced that you're going to provide us, but I think for me is understanding the group that we're approaching, he indicated they're like business-to-business clients, so they may or may not be interested in coaching, but they may have contacts of other sources that would be interested in coaching. So that to me is an unknown at this point. So any support or information around that would be helpful.
Okay. Okay. So it's around who are they, and
And
I'm
what are their needs? You know, what am I anticipating as opposed to coaching an individual who may have life issues and work issues. This is a different type of client.
right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Julius, tell me what's getting in the way. Julius. I hope, is your microphone working, Julius? If it's not, you can type it. I know you typed your one question about if you were in the program. Yes, you are. We're going through December, so no worries about that. But you're not muted on my side. If you want to, Julius, are you there? Okay, let's skip. Oh, yeah. Okay, Julius. So, Julius, you're not muted. If you have a microphone on your computer, you should be able to say hi. And if you just want to keep typing, that's fine. But what I'm asking is, what's getting in the way, if anything, of you getting on the phone or making contact or sending an email to somebody and getting them to be a potential client? Okay, your mic is not working. Okay, so Julius, you still need to have a good grasp of the process, and since I am now a coach and not consulting, I need a process on how to approach prospects. Oh my gosh, did you get your own consulting gigs, Julius? You did. It's gonna be very similar, because as a consultant, I had to get my clients too, and it was all about networking for me. I was never out of work for a day, and that's because I kept my network very active. So, excellent. Okay, so Jocelyn, I don't know if you can talk or type, because I know sometimes you're at work at this time, Jocelyn. So. I don't know if you're going to have the ability to type. I don't know, because I know you're at work listening. So, okay. So James, James says he would like to. Oh, you are. You can say a few words. Okay, go ahead, Jocelyn. If you want to, you're muted by yourself. So if you want to unmute yourself and talk, that'd be great. I'd love to hear what's getting in the way. Go ahead. Oops. You muted yourself again. You were unmuted there for a second, Jocelyn. I can't hear you talking though, so I don't know what's up with your microphone. So James is saying he would like to role play closing the deal because he wants to have comebacks to resistance to saying yes. And this is pretty easy, James. I think you're going to love the process. So
Okay.
Okay, so Jocelyn, I'm thinking you're having trouble with your microphone. Bummer. So what we're going to do, Jocelyn, if you want to go ahead and type up what you believe is still getting in the way of you being able to reach out and tell people you're a coach and actually, enroll your client. Okay, well, I'm sure she'll type something there when she's. Okay, so number one, how to approach them. Step two, step-by-step process. Trying to understand who they are. I'll just say this. People on LinkedIn are coming from, they're mostly professionals, okay? Okay, oh, for Jocelyn, not having a niche. Okay. I'm going to suggest Jocelyn, and I don't know if this will work for you, but I'm going to suggest you do career coaching while you're waiting to discover what your passion is and what area you'd really be full-on passionate about coaching. I'm going to recommend you adopt career coaching and start telling people you're a career coach, because what you have as tools to use as a career coach will help you work with a lot of clients quickly, and when somebody needs a job, they need a job, you know. So knowing the statistics, and this is one of the things you all should know, is the statistics are 89% of the people that go through the career development system with a coach get hired within 30 days. So whereas we haven't started offering the career development system for sale yet, if we did, we could offer it and advertise that 89% of the people that go through the system get hired within 30 days. But that's a caveat, the people that go through the system with a coach. So, you know, that's when they get hired. It's because they have somebody in their corner, you know, keeping them motivated and inspired to keep moving forward and that kind of thing. Okay, so nice, Jocelyn. So since that is in alignment with your skills and experience, I think that's a great place for you to start. Now you've got so I'll just go over this for, I think it was James said he needs to learn the career development system.
Right.
Okay. You know, between the career development system and the IE assessment and the CBI assessment, which are used as part of the career development system, that system is really powerful and will make it, you know, when people get work from you after being out of work for however long they've been out of work for, and they come to you for your coaching and they get hired, within a very short period of time, you are going to have testimonials that are very powerful that you'll be using in each one of your marketing emails that you send out. You know, people have their signature. With your signature, you're going to have your testimonials from your 3 clients. Okay, so that you know, when you are sending something out, there's not just, you know, because I said so. It's like, here's testimonials from 3 of my clients that have had success since I've been coaching them. So learning the CDS, and I would recommend it. James, do you know anybody that's out of work right now that is looking for a job?
I need to think about that. I may not, which is strange.
Which is great. I mean,
yeah.
You know, it's working.
Yeah. Right.
Oh God.
Right. That's. I mean, it sounds weird, but I don't think so. I'm gonna have to really think about that. Probably not a direct contact, but I could probably ask my friends if they know someone, and I'm sure I can get some people that way.
Yeah, just say, do you know anybody that's out of work that could use a coaching session? And you can coach them and coach them through the system. Now, you can coach them through the system probably within, I don't know, definitely 8 hours. Now, Kathleen's already done that. Kathleen, how long did it take you to coach your client through the career development system?
I want to say that we probably had 3 sessions that were at least 2 hours each, so about 6 hours altogether. That was between doing the testing, reviewing the testing, discussing, of course, the client discussing their situation and, you know, where they felt they needed to have guidance, and then creating the map. And in my case, I didn't have to go on to help with the modern resume because the client was just preparing to she had just gotten hired in a law firm, so it was really a new situation that we were helping her set up for. So I would say, to be fair, 6 hours, and a lot of that depends on, you know, how much information the person is sharing with you, so that you can work with them on the map.
Okay.
Okay, so 6 to 8 hours, I guess, is what you're kind of looking at, right? So That's an important thing.
It sure is.
You know,
That's
right?
good information.
And so what you could do is, if this is somebody that you're getting a referral for, you could say you could offer to do it for, you know, $195. I'll take you through a career. I'll work with you for. You could even just commit. I can work with you for 6 hours. For $200, I'll take you through a career development system where 89% of the people that go through it with a coach are hired within 30 days. Does that sound great to you?
Yeah, that's a pretty good sales pitch.
Well, that's what. Okay, so that's what you're going to ask them is. So, how does that sound?
Right.
And wait and see what they say. You know, just be quiet and don't say anything. Don't further sell anything. The first one to speak loses. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. So.
Been there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's you know, does anybody, you send that out to your leads, do you know anybody that would like to, that is looking for a job or would like to get a raise within the next 30 days? I have a system that I can take them through where 89% of the people that went through the system were hired within 30 days, or they received an increase in pay, one of the two. So there you go. And then we could put something together like that in an email, and then actually all of you could send the same email out to your friends, right? To your to your personal email list. You could just do a mass email on your own email list of all your personal contacts. Say, you know, okay, so we'll work on that. Okay, you can do that to your personal contacts, but you could also send it to people on LinkedIn. All right.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Okay, so we'll work on that as well. Okay, so James, have you looked at the CDS at all?
Oh yes, I've skimmed the thick document. I read the report, you know, but I just haven't taken someone through it, so I don't feel I have the confidence to hire someone, you know, and put them through it until I get deeper into the system.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so, but I've looked at it, I've read the report, you know, and I've skimmed the big manual, you know, but
okay,
I don't feel...
Did you come through here? Did you walk through this screen?
Not yet. Not yet. I have not gone through those buttons.
Okay, so
like I've done it for the other systems, but not for the CDS.
Perfect. Okay, so I just want to share with you that it's really step by step by step, and I believe that it's laid out very clearly. We have, you know, the step one, which is explore, discover, design what you want, and then implement by taking steps and putting your resume out and that type of thing.
Right.
So really, the way it's laid out, you know, this is an overview of what it is, the introduction to the modern resume. This is, when you go to step one, this is where you get into taking the steps of what you want your client to, you want to walk your client through this process, okay? So you,
yeah, I've actually done step one, but I didn't go through the other steps yet.
Okay, good. So then, you know, again, it's all laid out. Schedule, you know, he's already going to be working with you, so this is where it'd be scheduling your coach. He won't need to watch this video, okay? He will need to fill in the IE assessment, and then I believe that these things are pretty interesting, like locating, identify job openings on mynextmove.org is pretty interesting. You can look at it different ways. There's also a couple other websites that I'm going to be adding to this, I believe. Anyway, so there's this mynextmove.org help him really think about the different things that are out there and available to him, and then we'll help find job openings for whatever they discover in there. And then you go to the design phase, and that's where you're taking the information. So there's another couple videos you could watch, but you don't need, well, your client could watch them too, but I don't think needs to.
Okay.
The next thing that you would do is compile all the information. You would have a purpose statement from him, like a life goal, right?
Right.
Some of the tactical goals that he's come up with that he's interested in achieving, and then the personal career map,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all of that culminates to create the modern resume. So the examples and what's supposed to be in there are in there. Then we would have, there's the different templates here for you to access for your client.
Right.
And then you can submit the modern resume for review.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then on the implementation, we have, I don't know, it's human to sell workbook. So this kind of would let you know what I believe people are looking for. You know, I don't even like to say sell, because it's really about inspiring people to better themselves, and if they're working with you, they will.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jocelyn, you're asking if you're limited to the amount of clients we can refer. Now, Paul just talked about that. He said that for the purposes of the career development system, or the purposes of this building development program, you'll be able to send out more people. You'll be able to refer more clients to take the CBI and the IE than just the 5. He said, don't go crazy with it, but you'll be able to offer it to more people as long as you're in this program. And we actually are talking to the founders to figure out what we're going to do moving forward, and we don't have an answer yet. So as long as you're not throwing it out to 100 people a day, I think we're gonna be fine. If it's more like, 1 or 2 people a day, I think we're going to be just fine. Okay?
Barbara,
Yes.
it's Kathy. Can I just add a couple things that were helpful to me when I didn't have this beautiful website when I started to do mine back in June.
Right.
And I had an outline that was part of, I believe, the information that was given to me then about the map. And it was really helpful to me. And I actually sent the outline to the client so that we could talk, just take it apart in pieces and talk about each step, each piece of the vision statement and the tactical goals and all of that. And it was really helpful for us for her to see it beforehand, and also for us to work together, to have a framework to work together. So
this is what you were talking about, this career.
Actually, it's the whole thing. We did the purpose statement, the tactical goals.
Okay.
And it's all part of creating the personal career map.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
There might be a template in there. I did not look at again, but just for the others, in James's case where...
Career map template, here it says...
yeah, try that, because it was simple and it was really helpful to my client. And then when we had our conversation, she had a framework about what we were going to go over.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's really great. Okay. So I believe that template is there. It's a Word doc by the looks of it, and so I think I probably already have it. Learning and coaching. Yeah, I do. I have it twice, in fact. So, okay, so right there you would just click or right here, the career map template, just click that and download it for yourself.
Okay. Okay, thanks. I will take a look at that. Thanks for that suggestion.
You're welcome, James.
Yeah, so, okay. So, there you go. That should be not too difficult to work through.
Right.
Okay, so do you feel like you'll be able to, I just want to come back to you, James, and ask, do you feel like you'll be able to work yourself through the career development system, and would it be better for you to walk through it with somebody else first? If so, then I would recommend sending out an email. Now let's construct the email that you guys, I mean, would that be helpful to construct an email for an approach? Because that was one person's needed to know how to make the approach.
Oh, that would be helpful. I mean, it certainly couldn't hurt. I'm looking for any tool, any resource that I could use, and I'd rather have an extra tool in my little packet, that I could use. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I know I can walk my way through this. I just haven't devoted the time to do it. But I'm ready to do it now. I was working on my LinkedIn page this morning because I realized I needed to reshape it, to fashion it to sell the career development system. And then I realized when I was trying to write some prose for my summary statement in my LinkedIn page that I didn't know enough about it. I thought I did, but when I really tried to compose something, that was tight, I didn't have the words. So I said, I need to just go through it, so I can make this perfect. So, I just got to devote the energy to do it. I'm being honest. I haven't done it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have
Okay.
on my screen right here an invitation from somebody to me. I'm going to show it to you right now.
Okay.
So here's an invitation. I don't know if that's big enough for you all to see. Maybe I can make it.
That's good.
Oops, that's too big. Okay. So this is from somebody who's got a behavioral assessment system, but basically he's inviting me to come play with his assessment. Now you guys have 2 assessments that you can invite people to come, and this way you introduce yourself to them and you get to know them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what has he done here? How are you? We are colleagues from Coach Life. We are connected through LinkedIn, right? You could change that to anything you wanted to say. So what did he got me through a support group. So we're colleagues from Coaches Life Business Relationship Support Group.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one approach you could use. You could go onto LinkedIn. I'm going to teach you guys how to get these leads too, right? You don't have to count on us. You can go get your own. First of all, let me ask this. Do you all have LinkedIn accounts?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's nobody that's not on LinkedIn. Okay, that's great. Awesome. Julia says yes. Okay. So, all right. So that's the first step. The second step is, have you joined any groups on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember. I have to go back and check.
Okay. Okay. So now the people that you are in groups with are people that you should be able to approach, or you could approach, when with saying exactly something like this. Hey, how are you? We're colleagues from this group. And you could say, I was looking at your profile on LinkedIn, and I saw that you could complete this, right, with their title and or whoever they are, and that you might be interested in a special invitation that we are doing for people like you. And I don't know if I mean, you could use that, or you could change that up and say, I might be interested in a special invitation to take a soft skills test or a free trial. I mean, that's what they're calling it, a free trial.
Mm-hmm.
I did not do this, but I'm like, hey, I've got my own assessments I'm working with. I don't know. I'm not going to come see you. Okay, so, and might be interested in a special invitation that we are doing for people like you. So you could keep that line. It's not bad. We'd like to offer you a free trial for the IE soft skills assessment. And then you could say the IE soft skills online assessment is really fun to take because, and then put your reflective statement. If you wrote your reflective statement on the IE and what it meant to you, that would be great to put in here. The IE is, the soft skills assessment is an online report, or the soft skills assessment creates an online report that identifies your soft skills, and then put your reflective statement in there. Was it fun for you to take it? Did you have any aha moments? Were you surprised at how much information there was, and that type of thing, right? And then you can give them the link to take the assessment here. Now, if you've done the team building setup in the IE software, which you are all familiar with, right? Because we did go over that. I think it was first day. It was a month ago, I guess. But there's a team building section in the IE where you can go and put your, you'll go in there and set up a, just call it team, and then when you're going to send somebody the link, when they fill it out, it comes back to you so you can see the results too. So anyway, you can give them you can say what you felt about the assessment, if you had aha moments, invite them to take it. And then, I don't know if you want to go ahead and do this thing, organizations such as DuPont, I mean, they have a list of their companies that have used it as well on the website, but I would put something more personal here, like, you know, I don't know, I think I would put something more personal, but that would lead to maybe getting their interest in asking you what you do, or maybe sharing with them, I'm a coach, and how about this? So you've offered them the free assessment to introduce them, right? How about in this third paragraph, you could say, now you've given them something free, and you've told them what you learned out of it, and you're hoping that they'll have some benefits too, right?
Right.
Then in this third paragraph, you could say, I've just finished, I coach people. If I'm hoping that you might refer me to anybody that you might know that might be looking, or anybody that you know that might be looking for an increase in their current income, or maybe they're just looking for a job. The system I work with has 89% of the people are employed within 30 days. Who do you know that could use a coach to help them work through this career development system? Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Right? So now you've offered them something free. You've shared with them about a little bit about yourself by saying, I took the test and I was surprised to see blah, 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 whatever it was, whatever your reflection was when you took it. And then say, you know, and I hope that you'll see some of these benefits as well. And then you can go, by the way, I am a certified professional coach, you know, so by the way, I'm a certified professional coach, and I'm using a system that 89% of the people that come through the system are hired within 30 days, or they get an increase in their current income and a promotion once they've been through this system. And so you can put that in there, and then let's see what else he says. So you could say with this system, right? So right here you say I'm a certified professional coach, and I can get people hired within 30 days, basically, right? 89% anyway. And then you can, on the last paragraph, before you like up above is where you put the lead, right in here is where you put the assessment lead, right? Where you've invited them to take it. You don't put it at the bottom. Put it right at the top, because you're going to get traction if you're using if you set up the team builder and you're using that link. You'll know when they take it, and so you want to put it right at the top. Okay, so so the next thing you would do, so now we have the free offer, right? That's paragraph 1. We have paragraph 2, which shares your experience with the tool, right? Then the third paragraph is I'm a certified professional coach, and my system, my career development system, you can own it, my career development system has people working within 30 days or it has 89%. Let's see, my career development system has 89% of people hired within 30 days. Then the third paragraph is who do you know? Who do you know that could use could use it, or yeah, who do you know that would like to start a new job next month? How's that? Who do you know that would like to start a new job next month? And then just say, please, please feel free to forward this email, right? To forward this email to them. And then you can, you know, kind of sign it with, you want to put all your contact information. This guy, oh, okay, so he gave, oh, he says, please do not forward this message to other people because it's a special invitation for limited LinkedIn members. That's because, yeah, so we are handing out a link, and so, that's a good, that's a good point since we are limited.
Can I make a suggestion, Barbara?
Absolutely.
Okay. What I would do in this case, well, because I have questions in my mind while you're talking about the audience that we're sending this to. If we're just messaging the people on LinkedIn or whether we're using our email list, because I have over 500 people in my email list. So I would be concerned about it just floating out there, you know. And so I'm suggesting that we ask people to, you know, we create this, you know, promotional language and then request that people contact us if they're interested or have someone that would be interested.
Right. So, okay.
So then we can focus in.
Don't put the link in there, right? Because that's what he's saying right here. We don't want this link out to everybody because it would cause problems for us, and it would. So
yeah, I mean, I've gotten when I did a blast on Facebook and LinkedIn, I've gotten contacts from like Afghanistan, you know.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you are reaching people that are serious. Otherwise, you're going to have 100 people taking this, and you're not going to have any connection with them at all.
You're right. So definitely we want to not send out the link. I mean, thank you for helping me think that through. We definitely want to only send out the email without the link. So it's,
and then the other way of doing it, though, is to put a link in here to your personal website. If you have an opt-in page, or you have a contact me kind of thing.
Yeah, you could put your email address. I'd like to offer you a free trial, the soft skills assessment. Please, you know, email me and then put your email address in there for access. And put, you know, and I think when you put the email in there, I would say it doesn't make it a link, but just you could say, please email me at this address with subject soft skills assessment, and I'll make sure that you get your link right away. And then, yeah, so I think that would be better. So they still got the free offer for fun, but they got to email you first, which means you get you know for sure that they're interested. The other thing is you definitely do want to have them forward the message to other people. So that last paragraph that we talked about is definitely, you know, in there. Who do you know that would like to start a new job next month, or you know, some kind of question like that gets them thinking.
I just think it's imperative that you capture the information of the people who are truly interested. It may help you remain connected with those individuals. If they're not ready to do anything now, they may want to do something with you in the future.
Right. So, like you said, an opt-in. If you have an email autoresponder, is a good idea. If you don't have an email autoresponder, then just having them reply and have them in your own personal database is good too. And then when you get ready to build your database of contacts, you'll be able to export them out of your email system and import them into your autoresponder.
So Barbara, what is the audience that so my understanding now is that our next step is to reach out to our own contacts on LinkedIn and our email contacts to develop leads. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like time to, you guys know enough, and really the thing that's going to make you better is doing, not talking.
Mm-hmm.
So, because then, I think as James is saying, I want to make sure I have all the right answers. Truly it's the clients that have the answers in all cases, James. So it's your job to inspire and say, because, and how do we do that, right? So Paul calls it spin selling, but it's where you're finding out where they're at, right? Where are you now? Where do you want to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've found that out, it's, okay, so what's the gap? Why, what's getting in the way of you getting there, right? And then the thing that you need to know, what is it costing you? Okay, so you've got what is your goal? What's your dream, right? Then what do you need, right? What is the gap that's what has stopped you? That's always good to know, right? And usually it's nothing that a little coaching can't help. And then, so now you've heard him, and you can feed that back to him. So what I heard you say is you want to go to Z, and you're really inspired about being at Z because it's in your heart to go there. That's what I heard you say. Is that right? Right. Okay. And what I heard you say was getting in the way is that you haven't been able to be focused. You don't have a plan, and you haven't been able to hold yourself accountable. Is that right? Right. Okay. Good. So you see what I did there, James?
Yeah. Yes, I
asked
did.
the questions, and then I fed it back to them. I said, let me see if I understand what you said. You said da 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 da, and you're making sure that you heard what they said. We all have filters, right? So we have to be conscious of our filters when we're listening. But if we turn around and feed back to them what we heard, and they confirm it, then we know we heard it correctly. Okay.
Okay.
Plus, the bonus is they know they were heard, okay? They know that you were listening, and they know that they were heard. And then after that, it's, what is your, this is the hard conversation. What's your budget? What is your budget like for you to move forward? What do you have? What's between, you can say, what is your budget for helping you to, to move forward, right? Now, not that you're going to take advantage of his full budget, but you have to know. And if he says, well, how does this work? You say, well, first of all, I need to know what your budget is so that I can decide which program best suits you, right?
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they need to come back and tell you their budget. I can't decide what coaching program is best for you until I know what your budget is. Okay? So you're going to get their budget from them with that answer. Okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then based on their budget, you can make a recommendation. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So so those are some really good points. Now, another question you can ask before you ask about their budget, you can ask them, what is it costing you? Okay? What is it costing you not to make it this far? What is it costing you not to accomplish this goal? Not to have it, not to move forward, to stay right where you are. What is it costing you? Emotionally, physically, financially. If you were in this new position, what would the difference be to what you're making now to what you'd make then? What's it costing you? Right? They're always paying a price for staying stuck. Okay? So now he's identified to himself that it's costing him his, emotional or physical health. All right?
Yep. Right.
So now you know how much it's costing them. So when you come to then you can go to the budget, right? What's your budget? I need to know so I know which program to put you in. Okay, and then they tell you their budget, and then you say, okay, great, here's what I recommend for you. Okay, and then of course it's whatever you recommend. You know, if it's this career development system and they're just looking for a job and that's their only goal and they don't have anything else after that, maybe you want to put them in a 1-month program. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you in a 1-month program. The program's $3.95 for the month, and it includes coaching, you know, however many coaching sessions. Kathleen said it was 3 for her to work with her client. So maybe
But I didn't do the modern resume, so if you added the modern resume, I would say easily 4 sessions, yeah.
Okay, so it's $3.95 for the month. I'm going to do 4 sessions with you. We're going to take time. We're going to go through the career development system, at the end of which you'll have a modern resume and a strategic plan to move forward with your job, with your new job quest, or whatever it is that you're coaching them on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So how does that sound?
Sounds like it's a good way to make a sale.
Okay, so do you want to try and make a sale with me? You ready for the role play?
Sure, let's start. Let's begin.
Okay. So you're gonna are you gonna be the new client, or am I gonna be the client?
Why don't you be the client?
Okay. All right. Hey James, how you doing?
Barbara, why don't you be the client? Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I'm the client. So James, hey, nice to meet you. So what do you do, James?
No. See, Barbara?
Uh-oh, you can't hear me? Can you? Anybody hear me?
No. I muted you. I hit a button by mistake. Barbara,
Okay.
why don't you be the client? I'm ready now.
Okay. So hey James, my name's Barbara, and I just was wondering, what do you do? What are you up to?
Hi, Barbara. Glad you asked. I am a career development coach, and I absolutely love what I do. I spend the bulk of my day helping people move from jobs and careers they hate to jobs and careers that they really love.
Whoa, that's interesting. That must be very rewarding too.
Oh, yes, I absolutely love it. You know, I got into this business because of experiences that I had. You know, I found the need to transition from one job, from one field to another field, and it was tough going. And so I researched what would make it easier for people to do this.
Nice.
And you know what? I found a system that is absolutely fantastic. It really helps people move from careers, change jobs. It works for people wanting to jump careers or just wanting a new job. Can I tell you about it?
Wow, that sounds very interesting. Yes, please.
Okay, well, I have this career development system that is research-based. It's been researched and studied by not only HR professionals, but university professionals. But it's not something from a think tank. It's something that actually works.
Wow.
This system, if you go through it with a coach, the statistics bear out that 89% of the people that go through this system find a new job within 30 days. Isn't that fantastic? In 30 days.
That's a big statistic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 89% of people, that's wow, because I know I had a friend who was out of work for 2 years and just really was, I don't know what kind of job hunting he was doing, but he didn't find a job. It took him 2 years. So that's really huge.
Oh, are they still out of work? Do you know?
Actually, no, they did find a job. They've been back at work for a year, but before that, they were out of work for 2 years.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
I wish I would have known them. I could have talked to them about this system.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. absolutely.
Tell me, have you considered job hopping, job switching, career hopping?
Anytime, the only way that I've ever been able to get a 20% increase in my income is when I quit my job and started a new one, or threatened to leave and got an increase because they matched the offer that I always got from a new company. So, yeah, I have frequently.
Well, you know, this career development system is not just for people changing careers or finding new jobs. It also identifies the things that may be holding you back from a promotion at your existing job. So maybe this is something you might be interested in also.
Yeah, that does sound really interesting. So it would help me identify the reasons why I may not have been promoted in the past.
That's right. As part of the coaching program, you know, we would take several tests, several assessments, which would identify, you know, your soft skills, what your strengths are, and also what type of things may be holding you back in terms of your relationships with people at work. Interested?
Yes, that's very interesting.
Well, what would be your budget? How much are you willing to invest to start working in this program?
Oh, so you're recommending that I go through this program? Okay. Wow. Well,
How much are you willing to invest in yourself right now?
well, you know what? I actually have a budget of $500 that I'm working with right now.
Okay. Well, you know, I have several programs on several levels of commitment, and for $350, I could give you a 1-month program, which would involve 4 sessions, 4 coaching sessions, and a battery of 2 tests, which will identify your soft skills and something called the issues in your background, which will make you a better employee. And then we can go from there in discovering what we need to do about finding out what's holding you back from promotion at your job. But we would have the information that you need to act after that. When are you ready to start?
Wow, I'm ready to start. Well, what do we need to do to get started?
Well, as soon as you write me a check, or you can go to my PayPal site, you know, on my website, and tender the information. It will start with, you know, an hour discussion about what your goals are, what your needs are, and then I give you your first assessment, and then we'll discuss that assessment. You know, there'd be tons of information in there that would be very, very helpful.
Nice. How long does the assessment take?
Well, the great thing about the system is that both assessments only take about 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Only take about 10 minutes. So something you could do quickly, but we will need at least an hour after that to discuss the results.
Okay.
You know, and then we can move from there.
That sounds great. That sounds great. So can you send me an invoice from PayPal?
Yes, we can.
I think
Yes,
that would
we can.
I would go that route. I'll send you an invoice with PayPal. You can use your credit card to pay it. Do you have the ability to take a credit card payment?
Yes, go to my website, www.abroncoaching.com.
Okay.
Click the payments link, and we can get started.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Thank you so much, James. I'll be looking for your invoice.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Now, the only thing, now my only thing there is I feel like you didn't put me in enough pain. Like you didn't.
Okay.
You didn't identify what if I don't get to look at anything.
Okay.
You'll be in the same job. What if you don't get the next increase?
Okay.
You know?
You know, I was saving that for that dialogue for if I got more resistance.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
And,
Okay.
closing the deal. I mean, you
Yeah.
were enthusiastic about going through coaching, so I wanted to get right to the send me the money part.
Yeah. 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 I got you. I got you. Yeah. So yeah, I think you did a really great job walking through the whole thing. Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah. Anybody have any feedback on that, or questions, or comments?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just would add, James, the more you become familiar with the tools, explaining the tools to the people, and more importantly, how it's going to both the tools and the map reveal a lot of interesting things for the client.
Okay.
If we don't have a plan, we really don't have a destination. So
Right.
the map causes people to focus on what their vision is, and then really get constructive and tactical about what is the plan, what is the timeline. So it's really a developmental and a revealing process that benefits the client more
Okay.
than they realize, you know. And of course, the information that is obtained through the testing tools is another opportunity for them to acknowledge and you know, validate what they may have been aware of about their strengths and their
Okay.
weaknesses, you know.
Okay.
Excellent. All right.
Okay.
So,
Tell me, guys. Let me ask you. Would it be helpful also to produce some sort of promotional brochure, something you could send people that more fully explains the process or outlines the process of the career development system? Would that be helpful in making a sale, or would it be something that's just helpful for me?
I think having a one sheet isn't a bad thing, but there better be 3 testimonials on it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I think the other part of it, James, is that when you speak to someone directly, you have the opportunity to listen a little bit about where they are, what they've been working on. Are they working? Are they not working? As Barbara said, this client was out of work for a year and so forth. It allows you to use that information and tie it in by example to what the career development system, how the career development system can benefit them. It makes it more personal. You know, it's not just the conversation is personal. You can actually use their situation by example about how the CDS would benefit them.
Yeah.
And that you can't do in writing as well.
Right. Yeah.
Do you agree, Barbara?
I do. I do. That's why I said a one sheet, because here's what we're finding more and more is that people don't read emails. People don't read books. People don't, you know, Kathleen is an exception. She read the CDS report, you know. People don't read much anymore. And so, I mean, I do. I read a book on the way home from Seattle. It's like, I'm a voracious reader. I read a lot, but not everybody does. And the younger generations are even more so. They don't, you know, they don't email. They text, right?
Right. Right.
So, you know, it's like we're old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Email's old-fashioned. They just don't do it, right? I mean, I laugh so much about that because, you know, they call it snail mail, right, for a regular envelope where you have to go and buy a stamp to put on it, to put it in the mail. I mean, there's going to be a day when I think people go, they did what?
Right. Right.
Oh, gosh. I mean,
Right.
'cause we already say that, right? They used to deliver milk to everybody's house every morning. Remember that?
Right.
Or am I dating myself? I'm dating myself. No,
I have a scar on my ankle to prove that. I tripped over the milk bottle and got cut.
Oh my God. Wow.
So
Wow.
let me suggest, though, that to use the subject line of your email judiciously in a way that piques people's interest, and then in the body of the email, I would, and speaking to what Barbara was saying about the younger generation, put no more than 5 salient bullet points that capture what the system is about, and make it a call to action,
Mm-hmm.
And it may be like, are you sitting in a job that you're really not fulfilled? Do you have to drag to work every day? That kind of thing. Something that will get the person aroused to say, yeah, that's me,
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I would approach it. And everybody would have to put it in their own speak, your own language, but a really kind of challenging approach in a professional way, of course, but one that says, I have this amazing system that can help you resolve those problems. When Barbara said, what is my pain, we have to try to anticipate what people's pain is. Either they're in a job that they hate, or they're not getting paid enough for what they work, since we know that 70% of the jobs subsequent to 2008 are entry-level jobs. We may find a lot of people who are underpaid. And so, trying to challenge them a little bit about where their pain might be.
Mm-hmm.
And then follow it with, I have this amazing system, and put your either bullet points about the system or some key, appealing about the 89% and all that. And then the other thing I would do is make it time limited, or that's the biggest thing in online marketing, is to talk about this is only going to be available for a short period of time. And in fact, there's some truth to that, because we don't know how long we're going to have access to these tools, or to what degree. So by saying don't wait, first come, first served, or a limited time, limited number available, will get people to act on the email.
Okay.
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 So now,
Tell me, Barbara, are there any LinkedIn groups that you would suggest that we join? Let me look at mine.
That's a great question. I'm going to just go into LinkedIn and I'll show you my. Okay.
I mean, I joined the Rainwright Global group, of course, and one called Coaches at Work, and let me see a couple more. I need to go check that out right now too.
Yeah, I mean, it's giving me recommendations of companies to follow here. I mean, that might be one way to do it, right, is to have 3,000 connections. Wow. I didn't even know that. So they're recommending groups that would let me ask, James, what did you do before you started coaching?
A number of things. My basic industry was, I'm a civil engineer, so I was in engineering management.
Okay.
And then I did mediation and arbitration, and that's what actually got me into coaching, because I did conflict coaching on the mediation side.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking that I know that there's a recruiter network, right? Groups about recruiter. I mean, there's people looking for work all over the place, right? Like, I don't know. I know I'm in some group, but here's a group of 63,000 people.
I mean, I'm in the International Coach Federation.
There, yeah, you're not going to get work there, you know.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking the question.
Right. So
That's just to keep up with what they're
how about
talking
this
about.
one? You asked if you should get into a thing. Here's one: job seeker networking group. Find a recruiter. Now they're looking for a recruiter to champion them, to help them get a job. But looking for a job, it's a great place to work. Know anyone who might be a good fit. So this is a recruiter, right? Sales recruiter. Contract work for project man, and you could start doing it by putting a little article together and saying, you know, we have a system that's 89% effective. Of course, you can't lay out all the details because it's not, you know, you don't own it.
Right.
It's Paul's material. But you could still say, I have a career development system that in 89% of people are hired within 30 days once they've completed it. Are you interested in signing up? You know?
Right.
And these are hiring. It looks like a lot of these are hiring authorities. They're going after people available immediately. Wow. So maybe that's the kind of thing. Back on the market, senior level talent acquisition consultant source role is looking for a company. Is your company looking to add this role? I'm available. I would coach this guy, right? Hey, Peter.
Right.
You know, I see that you're looking for the same job that you came out of. Clearly, you must have been really happy with that, right? Wait for his answer. No. Oh, okay. So maybe you might be interested in going through our career development system. For $3.95, I'll take you through the system. In 30 days, you'll have a new job, and you'll be a happy camper. How's that sound? You know, well, that sounds too good to be true. Okay, so tell me more about your situation. Here's another one. Oh, talent acquisition specialist. So these people are, okay, what they're these guys are recruiters. The recruiters are looking for jobs. Recruiters are looking for jobs, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, did you search under job seekers?
No, I searched recruiters.
Oh, okay, under
Yeah, but it's interesting that, what was it, available immediately? Available for new opportunities? Let's see, just see what happens. That's a big flat nothing. That was wow. 44 followers.
Okay, I get the idea.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good way to search for. Oh, search for people. See what happens here. Okay. Oh, wow. Portfolio available. So interesting. They're showing me people in my network. This Randy Moritas is a coach in Orange County. I know him. I don't know Adrian. I don't know Victor. Oh, no, I do know Victor. I taught Victor up at Boeing. He's moved. Interesting. Haha. Okay. Anyway, so these are, yeah. Wow.
Okay. Let's see. I need to finish my page and then I'll start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Groups. I mean, I guess there's ways to find out these are some of the groups that I'm in, but maybe you could find the right, so you might have to have a premium account to filter on stuff like this. That's why it's going to be great to get the leads. We've had somebody mining leads for the last 6 months or more. Mining leads meaning they're going in here, they're connecting with people, and they're finding people that are, you know, interested in, or that will connect back and say hello and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're open. So anyway, it just was interesting going through that one thing and finding that everybody, the people that are available is very interesting. Okay, so let's get back to, now that we've all come in here and we've seen that, available immediately. I wish there was a search for that, maybe advanced. No. Current company available. They didn't take that, huh? Available. Oh, wait a minute. That's not right. I didn't mean that. I meant now available. There it is. Now available. Huh. Search. Wow. Okay, that was a good way to do it. Now I just found people that don't have jobs.
Oh, okay.
How did you find them, Barbara? Could you go over that with us again, please?
Yes. That was hot, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I did was, okay, so let's just go back. Okay, I'm gonna log. Okay, let's pretend like I just logged in. LinkedIn, because that's gonna be like you. You're just gonna be logging in. Okay, so I went up to the top here and I clicked Advanced, and then I came down on this Advanced search, and I went and searched for the company name. I added the company name. Oh, yeah, current company. And then I clicked add. And then I said now available. And I hit enter.
So I'm in the search area for advanced people search. You're not in that area, right?
It was right here. Yes, it is advanced people search. And then I went up in the middle, right, where it's got relationship location and stuff like that. Current company.
Right.
I probably could have just typed it here, but I typed under current company, I clicked on the add button, and then I added now available. I probably could have added now available here too. I didn't do it. And then I just clicked search. And this time I clicked something wrong because it didn't work. Okay, let me click now available. Now available. And hit search. There it is. Now available. Orange County. This guy's right in my backyard. Programmer analyst. Edward Phillip, your choice. Comfort and controller figure. Robert Carver. Jim Boyle. Looking for services director available now. Well, I don't know if this is, oh, these are people who are in my, no wonder I'm recognizing someone. They're in my community, in my 3000. See that? These are in my.
That's what I was going to say. I have all legal people coming up because of my connections with the Mediation Association. I have all lawyers and law organizations, and not anything outside of that. You know.
Interesting. So now, if we search, let's go do another one. Now available. I'm putting now available in the keywords. It's still only my group. So if I say all, what am I searching? I'm searching all. $239,000 results for now available. Wow.
It's still coming out of your 3,000 because all of mine are all my
But look,
connections.
I clicked on all at the top left, and it says I have 200. I only have 3,000. It says I have 239,000
Oh, okay.
results for now available.
Okay.
So yeah, some of it is like now available on what's it called? On DVD. Now available on DVD. That's not the right kind of now available. Share rights now available. Janet Bray Atwood. Okay. Yeah, let's go down here to see if it gets to people I don't know. And what page am I on? Page 10. Yeah, some of these aren't available. I guess when you search people, that's your list, but if you search all, then it's different. That must be what it is.
And where do you put all?
Up at the top. So, okay,
I
so
see,
can
okay.
you see my screen right now?
Yeah, I'm just looking in my own LinkedIn to try to figure out what I do while you're doing it, you
I
know?
know. Okay, so if you can see my screen, then right now it's highlighted by people.
Yeah.
I clicked all.
Okay.
And then when I clicked all, that's when I get this many results with pages and pages.
Mm-hmm. This is James, but you cannot easily capture their email address.
No,
Would you have to click on their name and then
yeah, you can
go
send
to
I
their?
think you can send 5 emails a day or 5 messages a day to people that
Okay.
are not in your current list.
Okay, so you can send them a message, but not your marketing letter, basically, that we just made up. You couldn't send them that, right?
Yeah, I mean, how much can you send in a message? Let's see. Oh no, you can send them the whole email.
Oh, okay, okay. So you could cut and paste it in there.
Actually, Michael Ricky's he's one of our coaches, so that almost doesn't apply. So if I find somebody that, yeah, leave this page. Find me somebody that I don't know, that I'm not connected to. So I am not connected to this guy, Hassler. Oh gosh.
Right. They're not
Okay,
going to
hold
let
on a
you.
second. Other. I have his email address. Friend. There. If he's a friend, all I get to send is that, I guess. You're right. I wouldn't be able to message
Yeah.
him until I know him, right? Or
Right.
unless he's messaged. I get 658 emails that I clearly haven't responded. Thanks for connecting. Okay.
Barbara,
Yes.
this is May.
Yeah.
I think that if you, like whatever groups you belong to, you can go in within that group and
And
send people
post.
emails. Yeah.
Yeah, you can post to the group.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be able, and I don't think there's really any limit to that.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Right. So if I went in here, Trainers Network, reply privately. Oh my gosh. So you go in, let's see, if I click that, oh my gosh. Well, you could probably
Mm-hmm.
change the subject and put your thing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, you're right. You can go get all kinds of people in a group then. That's amazing. And what is this thing? It keeps expanding and you can just keep scrolling down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Do you all know how to do a search now? Here's what I would do. A control
Yeah.
F, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
would search for available, and none of these have available on them. Or job, 1 of 5. Let's see. Jobs. Oh, job. Okay, it's in the comments. So, that's really cool. What's Pulse? Not sure what Pulse is. I guess that's what's happening there.
Yeah, I think it's just trends or.
Interesting. Okay, I feel like I'm researching on your guys' time. I don't want to do that. So let me get back and ask you guys, what do you need? Does anybody want to do another role play? You've got your LinkedIn accounts. You've got ways to go connect. You've got an email to send out for connecting. What else do we need? Let me go back to my list. I got the step-by-step plan. Hey, a step-by-step plan is do something. Which is to reach out to put the email together, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has those points, hey, I have an assessment tool for you to try. It's really fun. Please email me back to get access. You can share your reflection on the tool, what it did for you. You can mention that you're now a career coach and you have a system that gets people hired within 30 days. A statistic at 89% of people are hired within 30 days after going through the system with the coach, right? So you put that in there.
Yep.
And who do you know that's out of a job that would love to be hired within 30 days? Something like that. So it's a call to action for them. Please forward this email to them, and remember, if you want to take the assessment as well, please reply to this email and I will connect you. And then then when you sign the email, you sign all your contact information, Facebook, Twitter, your phone number, everything, so that they can get in touch with you.
Okay.
Talent solutions. Huh. Oh, if you're a recruiter. So if you're looking for people, you can use this system and find and hire talent, find great candidates. So that's interesting. That might be one way to find people. But here's a list of jobs. I guess if they were listed in no jobs, what? In your current preferences. Okay. That's probably very true. Oh, so these are people are Northrop Grumman. Wow. So, JP Morgan, look at all the jobs they got. Okay, this is very interesting. I just wonder if any people go in here and comment like they're looking for a job. And then if they do, the people that recent updates, healthy living. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, this is just they got followers. Interesting. This is really interesting. Okay, so it doesn't tell you anybody about who might be looking there for a job, so. All right, so I'm going to ask again, what's getting in the way now of you moving forward with taking all the information you have and sending out emails and connecting with people either in your personal email account or in LinkedIn?
This is James. I have no excuse now.
Oh, okay. No excuse. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to send me your email so I can see if I see, just have any thoughts come for changes or whatever, please feel free to do that. There's only
Okay.
I'm making that offer too, so I feel comfortable.
Okay.
And just send it to customer support at Strategic Learning Alliance, and that way I can reply back to you. Yeah. So any questions from anybody? We're almost to our, God, the time flies. Jeez.
It really did.
Wow. How'd that happen?
I don't know. It really did.
I don't either. Okay, so so I'm going to ask Kathleen, do you have any questions?
No, I was just a little concerned about how to price this because it's if we're pitching just the career development system, then we should contain it to a 1-month program, because on my site I encourage people to sign up for a 4-month program because of how we learned
Absolutely.
to be able
Absolutely. I mean,
to get people in a new pattern of behavior and thinking, and also to maintain it. So for me, I'm going to have to go back and just add a different pricing to my system. But if you just have any suggestions, I mean, I heard you mention in the role play $3.95, but
yeah. That's what we were thinking of selling, the career development system for individuals that are looking for a job.
mm-hmm.
They could come in and go through the system. We're thinking of $195, if they do it by themselves, and $3.95 if we put a coach. Only not like 3 sessions, but give them a coaching session. So, actually, I think that's right. No, okay. Don't quote me on this.